Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So you guys can obviously tell there's been a new addition to the team. So your sister got a mic. I don't even think the sound quality is that good or is better than me not having a mic, but sometimes I want to film videos where I'm going to be super far from my phone. For example, gym videos or things like that where I want to be able to still talk to you guys, and I know it's not possible if I don't have a mic. So your sister got a mic. I hope the sound quality is good enough. Let me just move that right here. Okay, so you guys can tell by the title, I'm going to be taking you guys through a night unwinding. Let's restart that. I'm going to be taking you guys through a night unwinding routine just after a long day, a long cold day. I don't know, I think today was like minus 15 degrees. It was so cold. It was just brutal out here. And tomorrow it's expected to be, I heard, minus 30 degrees. Slow down, Savannah. Obviously, we're going to unwind together. I'm going to take you guys through my night routine, what I do every night. Nothing performative, genuinely what I do every night. And yeah, I'm just really tired. I'm exhausted. Um, we're gonna journal together. We're gonna write together, guys. But I actually don't even know where to start for this video. Like usually, like I'm gonna hop in the shower, but I don't know how to make it video pretty, I guess. But yeah, we can start with taking off our jewelry and then using makeup wipes or face wipes just to wipe our face before we hop in the shower. I'm also going to do my skincare. I will use my cleanser in the shower, but I'm going to do it out of the shower just so you guys can get to see and we can just do it together and be aesthetic and cute. And it's so cold today. I think I'm going to make maybe hot chocolate. I don't know. I'll see how I'm feeling. But so I'm going to talk to you guys about my day as I take off my jewelry and use some facial wipes. So today I keep losing the back of my earrings. Okay, whatever. So today I had work. I worked from 7 to 11, and since I was experiencing technical issues, I usually work from home, but since I was experiencing with office rotations sometimes usually once per month, but since I was experiencing technical difficulties today, oh my god, I'm just dropping everything. I'm not using this on my face. Since I was experiencing technical difficulties, I had to go to the office today. So I went to the office and yeah, I was working today. Um, my face is really oily. Since I had to go to the office, I had to do my makeup like at like 7 a.m. super, super, super early because I had an early shift. And my first class of the day is 1 hour after, um, it's 1 hour after I finish work, so I don't have time to get ready. That hour between when I finish work and by the time start class starts, so 11 to 12 is the time I have to commute to the campus. I don't have time to get ready. So I usually get ready in the morning before I start my shift. I'll usually do my edges, and towards the last like 5 minutes of my shift, I'll get ready because I'm working from home. But I wasn't working from home. I was working in the office, so I had to get ready before going to the office, which made me a little bit more late. Um, and yeah, by the time I had to bring all my equipment to the office. So by the time I finished work and I got back home, I dropped off my equipment, and also your sister had to get food because I'm not gonna go spend on food when I have food at home. You know, I'm trying to be better in 2026, spend less, and it's been working so well. But anyway, so obviously I decided, you know what, I'm gonna heat up my food. Heating up my food by the time I got home, the bus, waiting for the bus, this cold. It was like 11:40 by the time I got home, and I was still heating up my food, and my class starts at 12, so I knew I was not gonna make it for the class, so I decided just to stay for that and just eat, and then make it to my next class, which was from 1 to 2. So I did leave at around 12:10, and I made it for my tutorial for stats, which was good. That was my last class of the day. I was able to just write some notes from some classes, and then I made it to practice. I made it to practice relatively early, which is why I'm home earlier than usual. And yeah, it was kind of my day. For that class that I missed, it's recorded. It's a recorded class. Obviously, I don't rely on recordings. I rely on trying my best to make it to the class. But in the days where I can't make it to the class or when like work will clash with that class, I do have recordings. Good. So you can see my makeup today. So a face wipe will just be to clear my face. So my face is cleared. And I'm gonna get in my shower attire. I'll show you guys what I'll use in the shower. Nothing crazy, and then we're gonna be doing that thing. Okay, guys. So your sister is in her shower attire. I'm gonna hop in the shower. This shower is going to be burning hot. So obviously, I will be using soap. I'll be doing that with my sponge. Yada yada, the normal, the usual. I will not take this camera in the shower because what? But I will show you guys what I'm using. So soap, sponge, normal. Obviously, I'll obviously use my Dove body scrub. I think I've shown you guys in some couple videos before. It makes my skin so soft. It just smells so good. As you guys can tell, this one is brown sugar and coconut butter. It just smells so amazing. It's just great. So yeah, that's what I will be using. And then after the shower, I will be back here and I will show you guys what we're going to be using on our face and what we're going to be using for our hair as well, because hair care matters a lot. And I've been in my hair growth journey. So I'll see you guys. Okay guys, so obviously as you guys can tell, I finished in the shower and I also removed my shower cap because I did. So what I use right after the shower when I'm dry, I will use my vanilla body mist, which is this from Quo, and it smells so good. Okay, I'm gonna spray it near the mic. I want to be ASMR aesthetic. Did you hear that? I don't know if the mic heard it. That's the point. I'm trying to be aesthetic, but yeah, I will spray it and I will put it over my body. Okay, so now that I finished using my body mist, I'm going to, this is my skincare, self-care bag kit that I will use that contains all of my skincare, my toothbrush, my tongue scraper, everything that you can think about is in here. I can honestly show you guys everything that's in here, but I haven't eaten, so brushing my teeth and all of that extra things are not going to be done right now. But we're going to start the first thing. I told you guys, we're going to first tie our hair with the hair tie that I have. And the second thing we're going to do is we're going to use a cleanser. One thing that I realized, one of the reasons I was breaking out a lot is because I wouldn't cleanse my face. And I didn't have a cleanser. I would just wash my face and apply product before I go to sleep, and then I would just break out. So I went to Winners because Winners has a lot of hidden gems, and I got this cleanser. Have I ever seen this before in my life? No, ever. But I saw that it was Korean, and I had to hop on it because Koreans have the best skincare. So what we're gonna do, I will usually do it in the shower, but we're not in the shower because I wanted to sacrifice to show you guys. Put some water on my face, and then we're gonna take a very little bit, like a little ball on my finger, and then we're gonna apply it all over my face. And I do that for what, 30 seconds? And then after that, we're gonna go ahead, wash our face. So I just washed my face, and this is the only washing we're gonna do. I just put a cleanser, and that is the only washing we're gonna do. When my face dries, I'm gonna show you guys the next products that I will be using to finalize everything. I'm gonna go get dressed, and then I'll show you guys the next step of my skincare. I just forgot I forgot to mention that I forgot to serve. I need to serve, okay? Okay, I'm done. Hey guys, as you guys can very obviously tell, my face is very, very dry. It's okay. Before we get into the last steps of my skincare routine, I just wanted to show you guys what I used for before getting dressed. So I obviously use this Victoria's Secret caramel and vanilla lotion. It smells so good. Like, it just smells amazing on me. I could smell it on me. And I don't even have to smell it. I just can smell it from here. And I also topped it with Victoria's Secret's Frosted Vanilla Fantasy. I did like 3 sprays. I know I'm staying home, but I just want to smell good. I always do that. I will use a perfume that like is kind of cheap, so I'll just spray 2 to 3 times after I shower at night because I just love doing it. This lotion, I don't use it often, I can't lie. I use my Nivea lotion, but sometimes when I remember that lotion can be used, because I just love this so much, I don't want to use it, I will use it. And now, we will be going back in the washroom. I'm going to show you guys the final steps of my skincare. Let's go! Okay guys, so now I'm gonna show you guys the final steps of my skincare. You guys don't even know how much I love night showers. I shower twice a day, but I just love night showers because they're just amazing. Anyways, so the next thing that we'll be using is on my face. This is the last product I'll be using is the Mederma. I think you guys have seen it everywhere and just seen me use it every single second of my life. I'll use a top side. It's usually for acne scars. So I want to get rid of my acne scars. And so far it's been working pretty okay, pretty well. I've been using it consistently, so I feel like I can really say if it works or not. When I first purchased it and I started using it, I would be super inconsistent because I would break out and I would be scared that this would like make it worse. So I would stop, I would start again, stop, start. Then I would use it every night. And my skin is much better. You guys should have seen my skin literally like 4 days ago. It was so bad, but it's much better now. Much clearer. And that's what we use in my face. So we're gonna wake up wipes, we're gonna wash it in the shower, and we're gonna cleanse it to make sure the dirt of my face is really gone and I get really oily easily. And then we're gonna use this Mederma cream. And then to top it off, we're gonna use a Vaseline. You can never go wrong with Vaseline. Vaseline helps your lips be smooth lips. Before I get to sleep, for my oral hygiene, before I sleep, I will obviously show you guys that. But that was for my skincare. Obviously, about 2 to 3 times a week, I will also apply hair oil on my hair. Obviously, I told you guys I'm in my hair growth journey, so I'm really prioritizing protective, like really protective hairstyles. No boho, no. Like proper protective hairstyles, like this one. And I'm also prioritizing like taking off my edges, hair growth oil, and all that. So obviously, I will be using this Black Castor Premium hair oil, which I told you guys I don't use every day. I use 2 to 3 times a week because if I use it every day, my follicles are just gonna get clogged, and it's not gonna be cute. So obviously, we're gonna use first on the edges. Just a little bit everywhere. You don't want to drown your edges. And then we're going to follow the tracks. Go all the way down the middle. And then you're now going to go down the side. Down the other side. And now you're going to just massage my head. Go down the length of my twist as well to make sure it's really incorporated in my head. It smells good. Like, I just love this hair oil. It just smells amazing. And this was like $5 at the beauty supply. It just smells so good. My edges have grown very much since summer. Summer, my edges were damaged. And yeah, we're gonna prioritize my edges over down here, go along everywhere. And then that is, don't mind this is a deodorant before anybody has anything to say. Okay? Okay. So this is what I use for my skincare and hair care as well, and for my body as well. This is how I unwind after a long, cold day. Obviously, since it's a routine, it does not take as long. I just took my time to show you guys what I do. But obviously now I'm hungry. I'm going to go in the kitchen, find something to eat. I'm going to show you guys what I'm eating. We can journal together and talk, and then I will show you guys what I do for my oral hygiene before I go to sleep. Tomorrow is a long day as well. It's a Friday, but it's a long day. And yeah, she gives me hair. You guys can see. And just like my face is just. Anyways, I'll see you guys. This is what I ate. I made a protein shake on the side. Hey guys, welcome back. As you guys can tell, I look super exhausted. Well, that's because I am exhausted. That journaling I promised you guys, I don't think it's happening tonight. I actually genuinely can't lie. I was watching a video and I began falling asleep. And I slept for like a 30-minute straight. I was so exhausted. My body is just telling me, girl, you have to go sleep. So we had our prayer time. My parents were talking, so my sleep kind of left a little bit, but I think it's going to come back soon. So I'm going to show you guys the final steps of my routine, and that's the part where I brush my teeth and everything. So obviously you guys know your sister has had braces before. So she wears retainers. I have like transparent retainers for the top of my teeth on top of the permanent retainers for the top and bottom of my teeth. So here, I try to wear every night. I try. It's not every night that I wear them, but I try. Okay. Anyways, I'm gonna show you guys what I start with, and also for my skincare routine, I have pimple patches. But I will only use my pimple patches when there's a pimple. If it's just dark spots, I don't use my pimple patches because let's not waste something useful to us, okay? So yeah, so the first thing I'm going to start with is my tongue scraper, which I will not do on camera because it's just disgusting. But I will start with my tongue scraper. I will rinse my mouth, and then I will use this. Right after this, I will hop in to brush my teeth, which is what I will show you guys. So, I'm done. Next step will be Listerine. Use that quick, get it over with. And now, last but not least, the last step of our routine are beautiful, wonderful, amazing retainers. But I need to drink water because it's so thirsty, but I'll put it in just for you guys. And you see how it fits perfectly? That's when you know I wear my retainers. Because I didn't struggle to put it in. So you know I wear my retainers, okay? So yeah, this is what I do for my oral hygiene every night. Consistency, and this is where I will store my tongue scraper. And then, yeah. So you guys have seen my skincare, hair, body, oral, and yeah, I will obviously talk to you guys until I'm literally about to sleep, and then I'll wrap it up. I'll see you guys in my room next couple minutes. Okay, so guys, this is where I am now. I can't lie. I'm gonna give it like 10 minutes and then go sleep because your sister's tired, and I'll tell you guys about my day tomorrow. You guys are currently placed on my computer. I was watching a video, but I genuinely couldn't continue. I had to sleep. I'll show you guys where you guys are placed. I'm watching one of my favorite YouTubers right now. So that's what it is. So my day tomorrow, this way it's looking like. I have my schedule. I can show you guys my schedule. I'll tell you guys first. So I have work from 7 to 10 a.m. I picked up a shift that wasn't scheduled for about a couple weeks now. I haven't been scheduled on Fridays, even though I'm supposed to work on Fridays because of, cut hours, which is fun with me. I have more time to study. And, since I'm working all week, Fridays, it's actually my day to sleep a bit longer because my first class is at 12. But I picked up this shift because why not get a little bit more money in? So I work from 7 to 10 a.m. And I have a class from 12 to 3 p.m. That's my stats class. So after I finish work, I have an hour to get ready to leave and then go to class, 12 to 3. After 12 to 3, I was planning to usually after class, I like reviewing what we did in class just to make sure I understand everything correctly. So that's what I will be doing. I might do a little bit of practice as well. And then there's an assignment from one of my classes. The deadline is, it's whether you want to opt in an assignment. The deadline is tomorrow, so I will do that. I'm working on some couple things here and there, so I will do that. So I will be on campus. I'm supposed to be on campus until 6 p.m. Anything else will be done literally on Saturday. Let me see what I planned for Saturday. Saturday I have more practice. I have a quiz to do. I do not want to do this. Revising. Yeah, Saturday's not too bad, but I have practice on Saturday, so it pushes everything down basically. I don't know. I'm gonna fix this tomorrow morning. But yeah, so that's what I will be doing. I'm really, really, really tired today. Today I woke up at 6. Like I told you guys about my day already, but like I'm really exhausted. Even though I had one class, like it was like a long day. I want to check the weather for tomorrow. Weather today. Apparently it was minus 11. Didn't feel like it. So it's gonna reach minus 25 tomorrow. And I know a lot of people are saying that they're not going to class. The thing is, I know the class is recorded, but if I don't go to that class, I have to allocate a 3-hour slot in my schedule between Saturday and Monday to watch that lecture that I didn't go to. So now I'm behind, and I just hate it so much. So I'm just might as well force myself to go to that class and do what I gotta do. Yeah. But yeah, that's basically what it's gonna be. I'm just gonna do a little tweaks and fixes to my schedule tomorrow, and yeah, I'm just yapping now. Like I'm just talking. It's great. It's currently 11:33. I need to wake up at like 6 a.m. tomorrow. Maybe this is my sign to go sleep. Maybe this is my sign to go sleep. I've been journaling more. I've been writing more, which is great. From like May to like August, I had this really awkward period where I kind of stopped writing. And then August to September, I try to get myself back in, but because of school and stress and everything that was going on, you just didn't have time. So September to like literally December, I barely was writing. And 2026, one of my goals was to start writing again, because obviously if you have something that means a lot to you and like, or like a really important hobby to you that you're kind of like brushing to the side because of how talented you think you are at it, or at least in my case, you're just gonna end up, now you're gonna be 2 years in, 3 years, and you just haven't touched it. I didn't want it to be me. So I told myself, in 2026, we're gonna write. We're gonna write. We're gonna start writing again. Gonna be better. I've started writing again. Essentially, I have like two stories. So I have a first story that's like something that I wanted to start in 2026. I have a poetry package, which is like the poems I've been writing, and your sister has plans for the future, so that's kind of it. And I have another story that I've written before. I was trying to explore a new type of poetry, because the type of poetry I write has, like the has very emotional words that kind of like guide the reader, kind of like guide like I'm trying to guide the readers to feel something specific. Like I don't allow the readers for their imagination to take them elsewhere. I guide them towards it. I'll give you guys an example. I'll write a poem, and then I'll have the words hopeless, I'll have the words breaking, I'll have the words insane, I'll have the words agonizing, destroying, these type of words where I'm kind of like dictating the reader like how we should feel about the poem, right? And I've kind of looked into like the different types of poetry, or how like the great poets, I guess, write. And I've realized that their style of poetry, they let the reader dictate what to they let the reader feel what they want to feel instead of dictating what the reader should feel. And that's been a little bit hard because all these words are not used. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like you're um you're making the reader feel what they need to feel without using all these words for them to feel it. Without using the words insane, without using the words agony, without using the words hopeless. You're making the readers feel it just by the way you're writing. And that's what I've been trying. This new style I've been trying. It's been a bit difficult, obviously, because it's not the way I write. I usually write with big, intense words and stuff. There's a poem I did write recently that I tried, which is obviously first time. I will obviously elevate from there, but I will read it to you guys because it's the first one with that style of poetry, and I liked it a bit. Probably gonna look back at it like a little in a couple days and be like, what is this? Okay, I'm gonna read it. It's a word, a simple command, one that pushes through the thick parts of my body, and when it lands, it does so softly. The word undresses me, stripping me of all of my decency. It lends me soft blows, felt at the edge of my ear. Your smooth lips quivering, I could only fixate, unable to let a word out, watching the words slowly roll out of your tongue. So you guys can see in this poem, I never told the reader, oh, the word is this, and it drives me insane, and it makes me feel da da da. Like I just described it without, I think you guys understand now. But yeah, it's a new thing. But obviously, I'm not dropping that style of poetry where I use all of these strong, dominating words. I just want to use it in a better way. I want to be more controlled, kind of. And I don't, because I feel like that style of poetry can be a bit, like the one where like they're not using all these words, can be a bit like, not dead, but can be a bit overly simplified, like from my opinion. It can be just, So I just need to work through it and get used to it and just be better at it. And then, but yeah, your sister's been yapping and yapping and running her mouth. I think I might might wrap it up. There's one poem though that I did write that I really like, and it's about like the way women are like objectified and desensitized and sexualized and everything, and then basically told to shut up. But I wrote this poem and I just wrote it with so much anger in me when I was writing, and I read it and I'm so happy. Like all like you see, like this is the type of poet. This is why I would just never 100% drop this style. I will use it to benefit me because these words can't be communicated. I feel like these words cannot be communicated just by simply trying to hover around the feeling to let the reader feel what they want to feel. You just need to dictate to them, you know. Sorry, I got interrupted. Maybe that's my sign to wrap it up. But I feel like this type of poem has so much anger. You just need to dictate to them what you're feeling, what you're talking about, what it is. You know what I mean? Instead of just, hovering around without using those words. Like, no. And that's usually like the styles I feel like of slam poetry, which I like a lot. But this is not a slam poem. It's a poem I've never posted, because I just feel like it just needs work. But I can read to you guys a little part before we wrap it up. I'll read to you guys the first few sentences. Okay. We normalize accepting within ourselves all of this hate, the negativity, letting it seep into our skins, watching it break and separate. We normalize degrading, humiliating, calling our women names, the hate and perpetration coming from men and other women. We let those words hold them. We let those words hold them a hostage, suffocating them in chains. From one to the other, from a man, a father, a lover, a woman, a provider. The one supposed to teach, embellish, protect, and conceive a perception of our world. This is kind of, I know I'm butchering the poem and the way I speak, it's just not cute. I'm sorry, y'all, but this is kind of like the poem. Like I said, it came with so much anger, so obviously I'm using the words hate, negativity, separating, breaking, suffocating chains. I feel like if I were to write that poem using that other style where I'm just like kind of like trying to kind of like censor those words and like use it or like trying to like hover around that feeling, it would just be empty and soulless. So I feel like for certain poems, slam poetry, like when we're addressing really sensitive and heavy topics such as like um like hate, racism, black history, women's struggles, feminism, all these things, I feel like these are the poems that they need to be heavy. The words need to be felt in a heavy way. These words need to be carried heavy because you need to finish reading the poem and tell yourself like, damn, like this was. But anyway, I've spoken for 12 minutes. I've yapped. I've run my mouth. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this video of me talking about my poetry style and how I will be, how I've been trying to work on my poem and be smart about my writing, smarter. And I hope you guys enjoyed my routine as well. This is my unwinding. I don't write every night, but I try to write as much as I can. In terms of my hair, I told you guys 2 to 3 times a week. In terms of my oral hygiene, every single night. And in terms of my face, also every single night. My skin has improved from a couple days. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. And you guys need to be safe out there, because in this Canada and this Ontario, it's going to be minus 25. Even me, you gotta choose being safe over looking cute, okay, guys? I'll see you guys in another lifetime.